Recording? Am I recording? I think I'm recording. Hi! I'm talking into a MacBook laptop. I've never done that before. I'm usually sitting here with my iPhone, making videos this way. Can you hear me? Can you hear? I just hit my head. Wait, it's going dark. Am I recording? Why would the screen go dark if I'm recording? I don't get it. Usually I'm like this. Usually I'm talking like this. Hi guys, how are you today? I'm fine. But now I've got a much bigger, and it's like changes the color of me. I don't know if the quality doesn't look very good at all. For being a brand new fancy computer, they look very weird. Anyway, I had firefighting today. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and we mustered in front of, mustered means you collect, you gather up and you take roll, and we mustered in front of Alpha Barracks and we marched over to firefighting, and they set this jet plane on fire, and we got the hoses out. We were putting out a big old fire, so that was pretty fun. That was good times. So they had to do it really early because it gets hot and you're fighting a fire and you have all this gear on, so they don't want you to pass out from heat exhaustion, heat stroke, stuff like that. So after that, we got done about 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning we were done. Came back here, took a shower because I was nasty, sweaty, gross. Got into my NWUs that I don't have to wear anymore. And I went to muster for barrack support. And like I was telling some of y'all before, barrack support is when you don't have class, you don't have anything to do, you're on barrack support, so they set you to do cleaning jobs and stuff. And I went upstairs and mustered for that, and they were like, we need someone to be a watch bill. There it is again. So for those of you who make movies, I'm in iMovie right now. Is this how you do it? I'm new to Mac. I'm in iMovie, and I'm making a video, and it's counting down the time right there. Right here. It's counting down the time. And I'm going to hit stop when I'm done. It's opposites. I'm going to hit stop when I'm done, but it keeps going dark, like the screensaver's going to come on. Shouldn't it not be doing that because I'm recording, right? Anyhow, they were asking who here was ATOs, ATIs, AEs, because we're going to take the longest to class up, and they needed someone to do the night watch bill, be the night watch bill coordinator. So I was like, I'm an ATO. They tell you here to never volunteer because then you're effed. But my whole mentality is, yes, like I didn't want to volunteer for yeoman, but I'm glad I got yeoman. I didn't volunteer, I got chosen, but since seeing how everything is done, I want to volunteer for as much as I can, because the more things you get your hands in, the more things you learn, the faster you can class up. And yes, it makes you susceptible to like make mistakes more, get yelled at more, but if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. So they say that Navy stands for never again volunteer yourself, and it's kind of this joke that people have, but I'm down to volunteer. So I was like, I'll be the watch night bill coordinator. That means that I don't have to do barrack support in the daytime. I probably won't have to stand very many watches because I'll be working, and I work at 15:30. That's 3:30 in the afternoon for y'all that don't know military time. And I just type up the watch bill and make everybody sign it that has to sign it. And if I'm done in an hour, I'm done in an hour. And if it takes me 3 hours, it takes me 3 hours. So I could end up working like an hour a day. And I only work Sunday. There it goes again. I only work Sunday through Thursday. So I'm the night watch bill coordinator now. Hoo yeah. I was going to say some things. I wrote them down. I took notes. Hold on. My belt, my pants are, I have my pants off. So I was getting ready to change. I wanted to talk to you guys about some things. I hope you can hear me. I hope I'm talking loud enough. This is kind of a test video, so I'm sorry. The A and B drawer. Okay, I had a lot of questions about the A and B drawer. So, where am I? 5 minutes, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm not on my phone and I can upload this. I don't have to, I don't have to punch this into little increments. That's cool. So I don't have to worry about that. Never mind. I'm just going to talk and then upload this, I hope. So the A and B drawer. Let's see. How about, when we first got there, we were supplied Lever 2000 body wash and toothpaste that was Colgate, just a generic Colgate, and a toothbrush that was like a jail toothbrush. If you guys don't know what that is, it's just like a rectangle on a piece of plastic, like no fancy, you know, dips. Anyway, you're given all of this stuff, and then it depends on your RDCs, but our RDCs let us go to the next, which is the Navy Exchange, which is like a store, and we were only allowed to buy certain things. We couldn't buy candy, we couldn't buy whatever, but we could buy whatever kind of shampoo we wanted, because I don't even think they gave us shampoo. No, they didn't give us shampoo. They didn't supply us. Did they? I don't think they supplied us with shampoo. Because I remember the first week I was washing my hair with Lever 2000 soap. And it wasn't that bad. Anyway, they let you go buy all this stuff. So I bought shampoo, conditioner, I bought my kind of lotion, I bought the chapstick I wanted, I bought the deodorant I wanted, I bought the razor I wanted, I bought all kinds of stuff. They give you a pretty nice Venus Gillette razor when you get there. Anyway, so they don't tell you though, or at least they didn't tell us, that you're going to have to fit all of this stuff in your A and B drawer. Your A and B drawer surprisingly fits a whole lot. It's a drawer that sticks out of the center of your rack and you can lock it. So all of your personal items go in there. The makeup you brought, your wallet, your ID, all of your accountable items that are valuable, and all of your shower stuff, anything that you bought from the next. So I bought a shitload of stuff thinking I could just keep it in my rack because we hadn't started folding and stowing in our rack, and we just had this big empty rack because your rack trices up, and I wish that we had a boot camp rack. This part will lift up your I'm going to show you guys my unbuttoned pants here. This part lifts up, your whole rack lifts up, and you'll have 4 compartments, and they'll teach you how to fold and stow. Your towels go a certain way, your socks go a certain way, you store it all, and then all the extra stuff will fit in this little A and B drawer that's in the center right here that you pull out and you lock. So don't go crazy at the next, because you have to keep in mind that you'll have to fit all of this in that A and B drawer. But there's a trick to the A and B drawer. And if you get letters sent in the mail, or even notebooks, or some of your netting bags that you put your socks in when they get washed, you pull out your A and B drawer and you can like set shit in there that's flat enough, and then you can put the drawer back in and it slides over all the stuff. There's quite a bit of room. You can even stick, like, I think I had a couple envelopes in the very, very back where you just push it against there, but you can take out your A and B drawer and fit shit all up in there and then close it, because I ended up having a whole bunch of stuff because they didn't tell me, so I ended up having to throw away the Lever 2000 that they gave me, and I had to throw away like dupes of things, because I went and I bought all this stuff from the next, not knowing that I wouldn't be able to just throw it in my rack. I have to fit in my A and B drawer, so it wasn't like a big thing, but that's about the A and B drawer. What else was there? Oh, recruit handwriting. I was asked about recruit handwriting, and I will make a video specifically about that. It's basically you write in all capital letters, and should I try to show you guys now? Do I have a pen? Where's my pen? I should be doing this in marker so you guys can see. I wonder if this is even going to work because it's backwards. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'll have to make that a phone video and prop up my phone and do the recruit handwriting. That's what I'll do. I'll do that later. So let me check this off and circle this. And somebody asked me if I was afraid about getting seasick. Yes, I am. I get car sick. If I'm in the back of the car, if I'm in a car that's kind of up high, like a truck or an SUV, and I'm not driving, I get car sick. So I'm worried. And on the ride over here when we landed in Salt Lake City, on the flight over to boot camp, I got sick. I threw up on the plane. And I've never been air sick before. I've flown before, but that's the first time I've been air sick. So because I'm known to get car sick, and because I got air sick, I'm worried that I'm going to get seasick. But they talk about getting your sea legs and getting used to it. So I hope to get used to it, but I'm definitely afraid of getting seasick. And the other question I got was about fat people and whether they could do boot camp. People came into boot camp overweight and they got waivers. They could come into boot camp. Some people ate a lot during boot camp because they feed you a lot. Like, the portions are huge. And if you don't control your eating, you'll gain weight. Like, I gained 8 pounds, probably more in muscle tone because I felt like I was shrinking. But a lot of people actually gained weight. A lot of people were worried that, like, what do they do to the overweight people? Like, how do they accommodate for that? So, and the overweight people got put on something called Healthy Start, and they were given, like, when you go into the galley to eat, they have certain foods on a menu displayed on a TV. When you're standing in line, you can look at the TV and see all of this food, and they have color dots, green, yellow, and red, and the green's like, eat as much as you want, yellow is like, kind of watch it, red is like, only seldomly should you have these, and they've got whole wheat everything. Boot camp made it you had sugar-free everything. The jelly was sugar-free, the syrup was sugar-free, everything was sugar-free, the sodas were sugar-free. I think the coffee was decaf. Every type of wheat, every type of bread you had there was wheat. When you think it's beef lasagna, it's probably turkey, everything. So they do give you a bunch of healthy options. And Healthy Start has to eat off of the Healthy Start menu. And there were a couple females there, even males, that were overweight. And they didn't pass the PFA their first time around, but they didn't get ASMO'd. They didn't get sent back in training because you don't technically really have to pass your first or second, but if you don't pass your second, you're kind of pushing it. But they didn't ASMO anyone in our division for not passing the second. And only the third PFA counts. For those who don't know, the PFA, I think they're called PRTs here in A school, but the PFAs in boot camp is running a 1.5 miles in whatever time they allot you per your age group and your sex. I'm considered like alpha male have to run the fastest because alpha means like the younger set, and then there's a Bravo, which is like 21 to 24, and then Charlie, which is 24 to, I don't know. I don't really know the age groups. I know that I'm a Delta female, though. I'm one of the older ones, and I didn't have to run, but the 1.5 miles, I think my time limit was 16 minutes and 8 seconds, which is a long time, but I needed that because I'm not a runner. But I'm 27, so that's why they gave me so much time. Anyway, you have to run a 1.5 miles in a certain allotted time, and you have to do a certain amount of push-ups and a certain amount of sit-ups. And sit-ups and push-ups are no problem for me. Start doing them now if you're thinking about going into the Navy. Wake up in the morning, do 5. Sit down in the mid-afternoon, do 5 more. Do like 100 sit-ups before you go to bed. Just casually kind of work your way up to it. That's what I did when I was in the DEP program. I would just drop on the floor and start doing push-ups randomly, and I could only do like 7 in January, and then March I could do 13, and by the time I was in boot camp I was doing 20, and now I can do a whole lot more because they have you exercising every day. So I remember we all cheered when we got our belts. Here's our belts. These are our belts. They're really, really big, long, and you put them on and you have, let me step over here and button up my pants. Let me button up my pants. Let me show you. Okay, I'm buttoned. So here's your belt. Wait, here I am. When you have it on, when you put your belt on, you should only have